subject. Technically, I didn't lie. 2 weeks ago, when Tracy figured out I was sneaking out of my office early, she said, "You're not back in treatment but not telling anyone, are you?" And I answered back quite sarcastically, "Yes, Tracy, I am back in treatment and not telling anyone." So now you know, started chemo again. 5th time's the charm? Figured I'd better tell you now, or that pain-in-the-ass, package-shaking, nosy baby sister of mine will figure it out when I sneak out of work early again next week. Or somebody posts a Facebook pic of me bald again. So here's the skinny. My September PET scan showed some potential activity near the uterus that they wanted to explore a little more closely. So they shot me through a CT scanner to get a better idea of what was going on. On the Monday I got back from our NYC trip, my doc called and said, "Come in for chemo again next week," and headed off to Italy. I know absolutely nothing more than what I'm telling you. I'm back on the same sauce they gave me the first 2 times, which I've tolerated pretty well. I will ask him lots more questions when I finally see him in person next week. He did tell me the good news that there is no activity they can see in my brain, bones, lungs, or liver. Just more of the same in the general area we've seen before. They cannot use radiation to get this site out without frying my intestines. Can you tell he doesn't mince words with me? And that's it. You must realize I will likely face a lifetime of treatments, or as my doc calls it, plain whack-a-mole. We are hyper-vigilant about scans every 3 months to catch it as soon as it gets big enough to see. I did not want to share this news over the weekend because everyone gets all excited, and there's really nothing to get excited about. Just more of the same. Plus, the longer I can hold off on telling people, the longer I get to feel normal and not like a cancer patient. So there you have it. Now mind your own damn business, Tracy, or I'll continue to wake your husband with my phone calls. Winky face, Kimberly Ann Francis Danelli Natalino. This is the 5th email I've had to send about cancer in the last 4.5 years. Please save your pitied faces, your sinking smiles, and your tilted heads for someone that needs them. I am not dying of this. I don't know how many times we have to say that or how many faces I have to look at that look like, "Oh, look, you're dating the Grim Reaper." I'm not. This is not killing me, not no way, not no how. I mean, chemo is actually a breeze. I go in the morning, bada boom, bada bing, I'm out, and I'm at work. What do you want from me? What's hard is telling people. Telling people is the worst. Their faces, their, oh God, I don't mean it. I don't. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's my family that needs your help. I'm a mess. When I told Dave, oh Jesus, my husband, he was just, at first he was just very quiet and pensive. At first I was quiet and pensive. I felt sympathy for her, or empathy, since, I mean, I've been through it twice myself previously. But I knew exactly everything this woman's about to go through, and she's the love of my life, so what do you feel but awfulness? And then your thoughts go inward. They go into this place of you thoughts, and like, oh God, am I going to be alone for the rest of my life? I can't live without this person. She does everything for me. I'm nothing without her, you know? And then you think, how am I going to tell the kids? Oh, Jesus, Casey and Ryan, oh, fuck. I mean, Casey, you know, she lived in Chicago at the time, so she was easy. The first time we had to tell her, and we knew we were going to have to tell her first, which was going to be like a trial run for Ryan, because Ryan's very sensitive. But how do you tell him that? You don't know. You just I guess you just do. Here's the first thing about telling your kids you have cancer. You don't fucking take them to motherfucking Applebee's. That's the first thing. I don't understand this. When you tell someone bad news, don't you want to give them a place that they can cry and feel things, not be stuck in a fucking booth with some kind of server that is the most socially inept person I've ever come across? Oh, hey guys. Oh, look at all those long faces. Instead of going away, I'm going to offer you some fucking mozzarella sticks and potato skins. Unless your mozzarella sticks are cooked with radiation and come with a chemo sauce, dipping sauce, I want no fucking part of your motherfucking Applebee's mozzarella sticks. Get out of my face, sir. I am crying. God damn. Yeah, so I can never go into an Applebee's, ever. Don't tell your kids in a place they can't escape. I made that loud and clear, so when they told Ryan, because, oh, Jesus, Ryan is like a mess all the time. She's always been the most sensitive. Couldn't even watch Animal Planet without fucking crying because an elephant got left behind. I mean, just for the love of God, put on a brave face for Mom for just 1 second. I'm fine. I'm so fine. I'm fine. No, I'm really fine. I'm so fine. Are you okay? I'm fine. Okay, good. I'm good. You're okay. I'm sorry. I'm crying. I know I'm not supposed to be crying. I'm totally fine. You know, in theater school, they just tell me that I'm really open. I have like a really open instrument and that my heart chakra is like really open. So, I mean, I'm really sorry that I'm so sensitive. I don't mean to be so sensitive. I'm just really sensitive. See what I mean? Telling people is the worst. You can't stop their faces. They just come at you this way and that way. And you're like, I'm fine. I'm actually fine. Are you okay? Because now I'm taking care of all of you. I mean, I even won Sales Rep of the Year without taking a sick day when I was on chemo. Can you tell how fine I am? Totally fine. And I encourage my family to use my cancer to their advantage. Now, how do you do it exactly? It's what we like to call pulling the cancer card. That's what my family does. It's what we have done for years. Oh, I'm the fucking master at pulling the motherfucking cancer card. I even was mastered it when I was in 4th fucking grade. And my dad had it for like the 2nd time. And I was leaning outside, his room where he was, connected to some tubes and shit. And I'm just like sitting there playing Game Boy or whatever. And this woman comes by me and she's just like, oh, what's wrong, honey? And I'm just like, oh, my dad has cancer. And I swear to God, this woman was this close to taking me to a vending machine and getting me a motherfucking Snickers bar. And my mother comes over and she's like, oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's gonna live and he's fine. I know he's fine. I'm trying to pull the fucking cancer card. You're gonna tell me years later it's okay to do, but it's not okay to do it, Dad? Fucking bullshit. I don't really know if I use the cancer card too much. I mean, you know what I use it for? Telemarketers. Motherfuckers call me, and it's a motherfucking donation, especially. Oh, those fucks, they get it from me. Actually, my wife has rectal cancer. That's right, rectal cancer. I make sure I play up the rectal, because who the fuck would lie about that? I used cancer for monologue to get into grad school about my mom dying, and then Kathy asked me if my mom was still alive, and I said she's outside, but I didn't tell her that she had cancer because I wanted her to think I was good. I was so glad I waited to shave my head to the day after her audition. Jesus Christ, could you imagine if they came out and saw me bald as an egg? Oh, that would not have been good. See, and that's the best part of it. Like, you have to pick and choose when you're going to shave your head. I would shave it off the moment I found before I was going to go to chemo if I had the option. But it's the people's faces that keep it on, because it's really actually kind of gross. like having your hair fall out. When you're in the shower, it comes down in clumps on your body. It's actually amazing how much hair you can lose and still have it on your fucking head. It's unbelievable. But it comes down and it's clumping, and then it all collects at the bottom of the drain, which I like to call my shower toupee. And it comes out when you're typing at work, and you're just like, oh, just get rid of it. And then you get to wear these beautiful chemo caps that my little sister and mother so graciously knit for me all the time. But mainly, the problem is people. People are the problem. The chemo's not hard. It's always going to be the people. And you got to remember, it's actually easier to be the patient than it is the other way around. I could not watch my husband go through cancer, and I'll go through it 100 more times before I have to watch that man go through cancer, because he had it, I swear to God, he had it so much worse than I did. My wife and I always argue about who had it worse. Who has it the worst? I tell you, I don't know how that woman does it. I mean, if it were me, sure, I've been through it twice, but I haven't been through it the amount of times that she has. And if it were me, I'd say, fuck the chemo. Fuck that shit. I'm dying on my own goddamn time. None of this garbage. But God bless her, she's a lot stronger than I am. A hell of a lot stronger. I don't know what I would do without that woman, and honestly, I try to help. I try to do what I can around the house. I try to do everything, but mostly the worst part about being the patient, about not being the patient, is that you feel useless. You feel like you can't do anything for that person. And that's the hardest part. The part that pisses me off the most is that my mother won't take any fucking help. She helps everybody else. When I'm sick, when I have a motherfucking cold, she's making wellness checks on me. You've got cancer, lady. Can I help you? Can I bring you something? She still thanks me to this day for bringing her a fucking glass of water from Burger King when I was already at Burger King. I didn't even make a separate shop. I just had to say, can I have some free water in a cup? Yeah, sure. Still thanks me. That was like 2 years ago. What can I do to help this woman? I just want to help you. I just want to help, but I'm not even there, and I can't even help her. I'm just here. I'm in St. Louis, and I'm in New York. I'm never around. I just want to help. The most helpful thing is being needed to feel useful. And my family nails that on the head. They need a lot. But in the best of ways, and in ways that I can always the worst, it is a struggle. Sure, I had to stop going to church. I love church. Yeah, I'm a church lady. Get over it. But I love it. I like feeling part of it. And these fucking old biddies come up in the middle of church and they're like, I'm so sorry about your breast cancer. I don't have breast cancer. I've got neuroendocrine. And it's, for those of you that know, it's what Steve Jobs said. I know. Don't cry yet. It's fine. Actually, we were diagnosed with it around the same time, and I even named my first tumor Steve. Boy, did that scare everyone after he passed. I mean, but let's be honest. Steve tried to treat his cancer with herbal teas and spices from across the world. I got the real shit helping me out. That's why I've already whacked out a few of these moles on the way. It's not a big deal, but when you're treated with sipping tea, you're dead as dead can be. There's nothing you can do about that. That's like using a fucking toothpick to beat Whac-a-mole instead of a hammer. The difference is between me and Steve is I got 4 fucking hammers.